respected principal, esteemed guest of honor, learned professor, and my dear students. I'm much delighted to get connected with you all in this fresh morning. Every day begins with a hope that somewhere something incredible is waiting to be known. In that mind, our college has taken tedious efforts and utmost care and sincerity to organize the webinar on avenues of science graduates. As we all move towards the holistic development and enhancement of quality learning and research, our institution believes in continuous search of knowledge and skills that builds the global citizenry. On behalf of the Training and Placement Cell, I welcome you all to this mind awakening session specially arranged for the science graduates. As said, science always starts as philosophy and ends as an art. Let us have a moment of science. May I now request the principal of our college to felicitate the gathering.
Very great. Good morning to one and all present
Good morning,
in
sir.
this session, and respected guest speaker of this session, Dr. Thangaraj.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir. Dr. Vignesh, Dr. JSM, fellow professors, organizers. I express my great thanks to all of you for your team effort in organizing this session, which will definitely benefit the student community. The training and placement cell of our college is taking continuous efforts in bringing variety of speakers to the students community and create awareness towards the career of the students. So in this connection, last year, the training and placement cell, wherein the coordinator was Dr. Vignesh, who arranged many programs, and from the feedback, I understood all of them were beneficial to the student community. So this year also he is taking up in charge of this training and placement cell, and taking lot of efforts in making this cell fully functional, and arrange very many programs to benefit the students. So today we have with us Dr. Thangaraj, who is a professor from Annamalai University, and he is to speak on the avenues, scopes for science graduates of the college. We in fact requested the training and placement cell to plan sessions for science graduates and arts graduates separately, and expose them on the career side towards studies as well as the job side. So on this ground, this program or this session has been organized by Training and Placement Cell, and I thank the Vignesh team for their efforts, and Dr. Thangaraj for having present here, and to deliver the talk to our students. I also wish the session a grand success. Thank you for the opportunity given to me. Thank you one and all present here.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, it's a great pleasure to introduce the resource person, Dr. M. Thangaraj, working as an assistant professor at Annamalai University. He has 13 years of teaching experience, and he did his PhD at University of Kerala in the field of aquatic biology and fisheries. He has won many awards and honors, particularly DBT Rabbit Grants for Young Investigator Project Award, and a Senior Research Fellow from the Ministry of Environment and Forest, Willingham. Particularly, he has passed national eligibility test on March 2003. He is a member in various academic bodies and research bodies, particularly BDP sponsored postgraduate program in marine biotechnology, CAS in marine biology, Annamalai University. He is a senior member in Asia Pacific Chemical, Biological and Environmental Engineering Society, and he is a life member in Aquatic Biodiversity Conservation Society, and he is a life member in Indian Science Congress Association. And in research field, he has completed two major projects, one from DBT and one from UGC, worth around 25 lakhs. He's a hardcore researcher. Uh, seven students are completed PhDs under his guidance. He has published plenty of papers in national and international journals, 30 papers from national and 50 from international. Uh, and too many pages are telling about his research field, and particularly, especially, he has submitted 850 gene sequencing in NCBI Gene Bank. It's a very great achievement. Such a great personality is uh, going to give his valuable lecture and share his experience with us. Thank you. Now I invite Dr. Thangaraj to give the lecture. Thank you, sir. Thank you. English. Sir. Sir, Sarpan.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. First of all, I would like to thank the authorities of Majora College and respected principal sir and the committee members, especially Dr. Vignesh and Dr. J. Sivasubramanian, training and placement cell, who have given a wonderful opportunity to share my experience and my ideas, views about the career opportunities and placement, and what are all the possible avenues to reach their achievement for the especially the science students starting from BSc, MSc, and after PhD. What are all the openings are there in India as well as abroad? So let us see one by one. So can we start my presentation? Is it okay now?
Okay, sir.
So avenues, oh yes, avenues for science graduates. So after BSc, so the UG students, so after their BSc, they can go for master's degree, because nowadays nobody is stopped with their BSc. Many of the students, as my knowledge, most of the students, they are doing their master's degree, and there are so many opportunities are there with the fellowship. And if they are having a good mark and some thought-provoking ideas, then they have definitely they can achieve in their field, maybe physical science, mathematical science, chemical science, or biological science. So in this juncture, there are so many state universities and central universities, and also autonomous bodies, higher education, they have uh, give opportunity for their postgraduate. So they can seek employment at the same time. Those who are not interested in higher studies, so these people then they can go for employment opportunities in educational institutes, in other central government research institutes and research companies, testing laboratories, forensic science field, Geological Survey Department, Zoological Survey of India Department, Botanical Survey of India Department. There are so many openings are there. Every year they are giving their advertisement in their website, respective website, so they can go. They want the undergraduate UG level with the higher mark. That is enough. And some people they can go for pharmaceutical and biotechnological industry, healthcare organizations and institutes are available, and chemical industries, environmental management, conservation, and forestry field. Of course, they can also write, in the case of botany students and zoology students, they can write IFS, Indian Forest Service. So like that, there are so many government side opportunities are there. At the same time, parallelly, the private sectors are also opening. But only thing, they have a vision and a clear idea with their subject. Then some of the state universities which are offering postgraduate studies. So after BSc, they can go for higher studies in university setup. In each and every university, they are having entrance examination. So in the homepage or in the daily newspaper or employment news, they can observe this type of advertisements through which they can appear their entrance examination, because they usually the PG program, the maximum seat will be 25 or 30 in university setup. So there are 500 or 600 people they are trying to approach, so that they are screening through entrance examination. So if you are having a higher mark in BSc, at the same time in the entrance examination, definitely they can observe by the respective universities, and they can do their PG. I have given some university name in Tamil Nadu only. Likewise, in adjacent state like Kerala, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, also they are having so many universities. They also taking students based on their merit. And in going for in throughout India, there are a number of universities are available, and in different kind of programs, new employment opportunity or employment oriented programs they are offering. Every year they are offering different courses. So they can during BSc itself, they have to have a vision. So based on that, they have to approach the particular university and what are the courses they are offering, and they can enter into the university. And some university they are giving fellowship, and some university they are not giving fellowship. In the case of our university, Annamalai University especially, we are offering a DBT sponsored program on marine biotechnology. So how they are observe the students, they are we have understanding with Jawaharlal Nehru University, JNU. So in JNU, every year they are conducting examination during May or June. So All India entrance examination, through this All India entrance examination conducted by JNU, so the top ranked students, they can select their own university. Actually, there are 4 different universities they are offering marine biotechnology: Goa University, Annamalai University, and Pondicherry University, and one more university in Northeast. So that universities they are offering the marine biotechnology based on the students' choice. They can select the respective university, and they are getting the fellowship of 2,500 per month. And during project also they are getting 15,000 rupees for their dissertation work. So it is a prestigious award. So during their entrance examination, they have to get good mark, and with the stipend and with the lowest admission fees itself, they can admit the respective universities, and they can go for MSc biotechnology, especially MSc marine biotechnology. So after they completing their MSc, they can go for another exam net gate, and they can go for in abroad also. We'll see later. So like that, each and every universities, they are having different type of entrance pattern. So accordingly, you can prepare and go and enter it. So like that, these are all the state universities in Tamil Nadu: Alagappa University, Anna University, Chennai, Annamalai University, Bharathiar University, Coimbatore, Bharathasan University, Tiruchirappalli, Madras University, Chennai, Madurai Kamaraj University, Madurai, Mananmaniam Sundarnal University, Tirunelveli, Mother Teresa Women's University, Kodaikanal, and Periyar University, Salem, Tamil University, Tanjavur, Tamil Nadu Agriculture University, Coimbatore, Tamil Nadu Open University, Chennai, Tamil Nadu Dr. Ambedkar Law University, Chennai, Tamil Nadu MGR Medical University, Chennai, Tamil Nadu Physical Education Sports University, Chennai, Tamil Nadu Veterinary and Animal Science University, Chennai, Tiruvallur University, Vellore, and Tamil Nadu Teachers Education University. So these are all the universities, state universities of Tamil Nadu. Apart from these state universities, you can enter for PG in central universities. So there are 30 different central universities are there. In all states, one university will be there. In Tamil Nadu also, we are having one central university in Tiruvarur, and nearby Pondicherry also, Pondicherry Central University is there. And Kerala, there is one central university in Kerala. Like that, in all states, they are having one central university. In each these central universities, they are having a entrance examination, common entrance examination. You can appear this, and you can do their PG with fellowship. They are also giving fellowship for the PG students. And in different you just go through the website for the respective university, so you can observe what are all the courses are there. So in different universities, there are different type of courses they are offering. So you have to select based on your interest. You can choose and get enter. You can excel. So like that, there are different universities are there. These are all central universities. 30 different central 43 central universities are there. So you can go for observe the MSc. So once after you are completing, you are entering into MSc, and after completing the MSc, then what are all the opportunities are there? Let us see one by one. So first of all, NET, so National Eligibility Test. So this is the test in national level testing. National Testing Agency, they are conducting this exam, and so the many students, they are having the dream to become assistant professor or researchers in India. So if you are also willing to pursue your career either as a research analyst or assistant professor in Indian universities, then they have to choose NET. There are different kind of NET are there. One is UGC NET, CSIR NET, ICIR NET, or SET, State Level Eligibility Test, as your career path will be the right decision for you. So your aim is whether you are going to assistant professor or researcher, a good researcher in India, then any one of these NET you have to clear. Then you can apply for NET and SET exam after completing your PG, as it is required as a essential qualification, that is PG. You have to pass the PG. So these exams are the best channel through which you can show your talent and fulfill your dream of getting placed at prestigious position of JRF, that is Junior Research Fellow or Assistant Professors. So since all the exams help you pursue career in educational field, you may confuse between them and have some queries like, what are all the differences between these exams? Because different group, they are conducting the exam. CSIR NET, UGC NET, ICAR NET, ICMR NET, and SET also. So which one is the best? So these are all the very frequent questions you may arise. So you can appear UGC or CSIR, ICR NET, or SET exam. Yes. So some eligibility criteria is there, and CSIR NET or UGC NET, ICR NET, SET exams are equivalent to each other. And to clear these confusions, here we have, I want to clear some of the detailed information of National Testing Agency, UGC NET, CSIR NET, ICR NET, and SET exams. So first we will see UGC NET. What is UGC NET? The University Grants Commission National Eligibility Test, that is called UGC NET. It is also called NTA NET, National Testing Agency NET. So National Eligibility Test is a national level exam that focusing at maintaining the minimum standards for teaching and research throughout India. As it is conducted by the National Testing Agency, as I already discussed, twice a day. So 6 months once they are conducting this exam for the post of assistant professors at the university level, collegiate level, and to provide JRF, Junior Research Award, to Indian citizens. They can go for PhD. So this exam is for the arts, humanities, management postgraduates who wish to become lecturer or assistant professor or a good researcher in India. Next one is CSIR NET. So CSIR is a Council of Scientific and Industrial Research, which is a national research and development organization. It is also collaborated with the NTA for conducting the CSIR NET exam. This is also 2 times per year during June and December. So this exam is for science stream or science students or science students who wants to become junior research fellow. They will give fellowship and assistant professor in colleges or universities. So third category is ICIR NET. So Indian Council of Agriculture Research. It is they are mainly focusing on agricultural aspects, and they are also conducting this NET exam. The ASRB, Agricultural Scientist Recruitment Board. So this is the board, they are conducting the exam. So once a year they are conducting this exam. For this, main purpose of this exam is to observe bright students for a scientist post in different agricultural research institutes are there throughout India. There are different fields are there. Horticulture department or horticulture division, fisheries division, then dairy field, goat research, sugarcane research, potato research, then other arid zone agricultural departments. So like that, I want to explain this ICAR, then it will take another 2 hours. So if you want to get more information, you just go the ICAR.org. So that is the website. You just browse this ICAR website. You will get more details about what is the setup of ICAR and what are all the opportunities are there. I can say this is the second largest organization to give opportunity. The first one is RRB, Railway Recruitment Board. The second one is ICAR. So that much opportunities is there in ICAR. So the purpose of the exam is to recruit scientists. So the main aim is to take scientists in the agricultural research institutes throughout India. And they are also giving eligible for lectureship or assistant professorship in state universities and other agricultural universities. Then the fourth category, SET or SLET. So this is the state level test, state level eligibility test or state eligibility test. The SET exam is conducted at the state level once a year to fulfill the post of assistant professors in state universities and provide a benefit of fellowship for research programs. So currently there are about 15 states they are conducting this exam. So Andhra Pradesh State University state eligibility test, Assam state eligibility test, and Chhattisgarh state eligibility test, Gujarat state eligibility test, Himachal Pradesh eligibility test, then Jammu Kashmir, Kerala state eligibility, Karnataka, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu, Telangana, Uttarakhand, West Bengal, and Rajasthan. So these 15 states, they are conducting the state eligibility test, and this state eligibility test, one who have passed this test, they can go for assistant professor in respective states. If you are clear Tamil Nadu state eligibility test, you can work as assistant professor in Tamil Nadu state. So like that, it is within the state only it is eligible. So this is the actually it is my student. He has cleared Andhra Pradesh state eligibility test. So this is the certificate after completing your, if you are clearing this set, AP set, this is the certificate you can. Okay, so now we can compare these 4 different net. So first one is the exam, who is conducting the exam for UGC net, NTA, for CSIR net, again it is taken up by NTA. ICAR net, it is taken up by ASRB, Agricultural Scientist Recruitment Board. They are the authorities, they are conducting the exam and declare the results. Then state set exam, the respective states, they can conduct the exam and declare the result. And for UGC net, the total mark is about 300, and CSIR exam 200 marks, ICR net 150, set exam 300, and negative marking, and this is for a wrong answer. In UGC net, there is no negative mark. For CSIR exam, they different for all subjects, part A, B, C. In some part A and B only they are having negative mark, but in C there is no negative mark. So the rate of negative mark, how much they will reduce for the wrong answer. So 0.33 for one wrong answer, and for set exam there is no negative mark. And difficult level or somewhat what is which one is easy and which one is hard. So when we are comparing these 4 exams, the UGC net is somewhat hard and moderate. CSIR net exam is this is the toughest exam among these 4, and ICR net is so it is moderate, and set exam is moderate. They can easily clear. And this is the official website for UGC net, CSIR net, ASRB net, and state. It's the state set. It depends on the universities, because in each year different university will take up to conduct this set exam. And the duration of this net exams, UGC net 3 hours, CSIR net 2 hours, 3 hours, ICR net 2 hours, and set 3 hours. So total subjects. So so what are all the different disciplines are there? In the case of UGC, there are about 81 different disciplines are there. You can choose anyone based on your PG degree. Like CSIR, only 5 disciplines are there, because it is only the science students they can appear. Mathematical science, physical science, chemical science, and one biological science, and one more earth science. Only 5 subjects are there. In the case of ASRB net, there are 57 disciplines are there. You can choose. And set, it depends on states. In state wise, it may varies the subjects. So what are all the subjects you can appear for this net? So the official authority conducts these exams in different subjects. With the help of the knowledge of these subjects, you can make a smart choice and decide which exam will be preferable by you, or is easy to crack the exam. So National Testing Agency UGC NET exam subjects. The UGC NET, so till December 2018, there are about one general paper and 100 subject papers was there. But after 2019 onwards, this 100 subject is reduced into 81 subjects. But the general paper is there, that is compulsory, and the 81 subjects will be varies. So in this UGC NET website, you can check what are all the subjects are available. And if you have the post-graduation degree in any of the above subjects, or what are all the subjects which is correlated with the 81 different subjects, it is, then you can choose your own subjects and appear. Then you can opt the UGC NET exam to proceed towards your career goal. Then in the case of CSIR exam, there are only five subjects, and these five are science related, because this exclusively the CSIR exam is for only science students. So this is the CSIR subjects. General aptitude, this is a common for all. Then chemical science, earth science, life science, physical science, and mathematical science. So these are all the five different subjects. This it is related to life science means the botany, zoology, microbiology, biotechnology, like these are coming under life science. And earth science, geology, and ocean science. So that students, they can appear for earth science. Then chemical science, chemicals, basic chemistry, and I don't know what are the different type of chemistries are there. So that students, they can opt chemical science, like physical science also. The physics students, they can opt physical science, and mathematical science, you can choose mathematical science and go for CSIR exam. So again, this is a CSIR certificate. Those who are clearing this CSIR, so there are two categories are there. One is NET, that is lectureship, LS, and another one is NET or JRF. If you are scoring high mark, then you will you can select JRF, Junior Research Fellow. That if you are selected for JRF, it is also eligible for lectureship. And if you are scoring somewhat less mark, only you are selected for lectureship, you cannot claim for JRF. Only it is selected lectureship, assistant professorship, you may not get fellowship. But in the case of you are scoring higher mark and you are selected as a JRF, definitely you will get a fellowship of about 30. I think now it is the 35,000. We will see later. So the condition is you have to join for PhD in a recognized university or institute. That is the condition. After clearing this CSIR NET exam, within 6 months you have to registered in a university for your PhD. So once you are registered for PhD, then only they will give the fellowship. And the third one is ICAR NET. So ICAR NET, there are about 57 subjects are there. So these are all the 57 different subjects you can select based on your PG degree. It is related to what sometimes some people applied botany or applied microbiology, advanced zoology, biotechnology, bioinformatics, like that they have done their MSc. So based on that, they have to select which subject is related to their PG. You have to choose and appear for this ICAR exam. So these are all the different 57 field or subjects are there. Any subjects you can choose. So this is the ICAR exam. This is a certificate, a national eligibility test given by ICAR. And the fourth one is UGC NET. So for the UGC NET eligibility, so what are the eligibility criteria for UGC NET? So you will be eligible for UGC NET if you have completed your PG or equivalent examination in one of the following course which is recognized by UGC. You must have a post-graduation degree in any subjects. It is listed in the UGC website with 55% mark for general candidates and 50% mark for the reserved candidates. The maximum age limit is 30 for JRF, and there is no age limit for lectureship. Eligibility for CSIR net. If you are completed your master degree with a minimum of 55% for general candidate and 50% for reserved candidates from the recognized university, then you are eligible to apply for CSIR net exam. So the graduate candidates are also eligible to apply for the CSIR exam. However, they will be awarded the CSIR net certificate. So after the completion of post graduation within the time period of 2 years. So the graduate degree, BSc, after completing your BSc, it is also eligible. You can appear for CSIR, but within 2 years, you have to produce your PG degree. Then only your certificate will be valid. Or the final year students also, they can appear. The 5th semester students, they can appear for CSIR exam, but they immediately within 6 months, you have to complete your course and produce your professional degree, then only they will award the CSIR net. Then after you have to join any universities or any institutes for a PhD, after the PhD registration only, they will consider as a JRF, then they will provide fellowship. So this is the age limit for JRF. The maximum age is 28. Then the eligibility criteria for ICIR net. A master's degree or equivalent in the same discipline for which one is to apply. So which subject you are opt from these 57 subjects, it is relevant to the subject and there is no age limit. SET exam, it is depends on the state. So if you want to become a lecturer or assistant professor or a researcher in universities in your state, at a particular state, if you want to apply for Tamil Nadu state eligibility test, so you can go within Tamil Nadu. Then the SET exam will perfect for you. To apply for the exam, it is required a master's degree with a minimum of 55 degree for general candidate and 50 degree for reserved candidates in a recognized university. And here also there is no age limit. So the above eligibility can vary state to state. It's a state matter. So UGC pattern. So how the question paper will be. So first one is UGC net exam paper pattern. So the exam is conducted in 2 different papers, paper 1, paper 2 in 3-hour duration. It consists of maximum 300 marks. Paper 1 100 marks and paper 2 200 marks. And there is no negative mark, already we have discussed. CSIR net. So the CSIR net exam, it consists only a single paper with 3 different sections, part A, part B, part C. It is conducted for 200 marks. The marking scheme is different for each subjects. So it depends. If it is biological science, the marking scheme will be different. In mathematical science, the marking will be different. The total time duration will be 3 hours for all subjects. Then the negative marking also there, 0.33 is the negative for one wrong answer. Then ICIR net is ASRB conducting this exam. It consists of 150 marks and 150 objective type and multiple choice questions will be there. The total time duration is 2 hours to solve the complete paper. The exam is included for 150 marks. There will be negative marking on each wrong answer. The exam is conducted in English and Hindi. in during our experience, or when I was attending my ICR exam, 3 days exam. First paper 1 day, and second paper second day, third paper third day. So first two papers objective type, third paper is descriptive type. So 3 days we have to stay somewhere and we have to appear this exam. Now it is only 2 hours exam. It is simplified. Then set the paper, the question pattern of set exam is similar to UGC NET. This exam also conducted in 2 papers within 3 hours duration. The paper consists of 150 objective types with for 300 marks, and no negative marking is there for set. Okay, so after completing all these things, so this is the question pattern, this is the mark, negative mark, all the things, and what is the eligibility we have seen. Then after clearing your net, any one of your net, so what are all the opportunities or scope? So if a candidate is qualified net, UGC net or CSIR net, they can work in a CSIR laboratory. So there are different CSIR laboratories are there throughout India. So any CSIR laboratory they can go, or any national institutes or any state universities or state institutes they can approach. It is full freedom. There is no compulsory. No. You have to join in ICR or you have to join in CSIR laboratory. No, it is free. It is up to the candidate choice. So that candidate can go any laboratory. He can approach or she can approach any professor or any scientist, and they can do their PhD. They have to register in a recognized UGC recognized university or institution, and they can register for their PhD. Then they will get the fellowship. So after qualifying the ICR exam, you can make your career in all agriculture related organizations, and they can join as a teacher or assistant professor in institutes. The set exam qualified candidates can apply for lectureship in universities and colleges which come under the respective state government. So as you can see, there are many reasons for which these exams are different from each other, but few factors make them similar. So these exams are conducted for the recruitment of JRF and assistant professors. Their aim is one, they have to recruit a bright student for doing PhD, or they are going for assistant professor. So the qualifying procedure is similar. The candidates are selected only based on their performance in the test. The candidates are assessed on the basis of their aptitude knowledge and subject knowledge. The eligibility criteria also similar. The application forms are submitted online for all these exams. You can download the application and fill it, and you pay the money, exam fees. The online hall ticket will come and you can appear. So another test is there, that is called GATE, the Graduate Aptitude Test in Engineering. So it is a all India examination administered and conducted jointly by Indian Institute of Science and 7 IITs, Indian Institute of Technologies, on behalf of National Coordination Board, coming under Ministry of Human Resource Development. So GATE 2020 score can be used by students for admission to various postgraduate programs. So if you have completed your PG, you can go for PhD, the GATE will be help you. Or if you have completed your BTech, if you want to go for MTech, GATE will be needed. If you have completed your BE, go for ME, again the GATE will be needed. For high class institutes like IIT, IIM, and IISc or some central universities, this GATE is very essential. Not only India, you can go for foreign also for doing PhD. So those people cleared this GATE, they can very easily go for PhD in foreign countries. So the financial assistance will be provided by MHRD and other government agencies. This score may be used by public sector unit for employment screening purpose also. So if you are completed your MSc or BE or BTech, you have a GATE with a high score, you are applying for any job in central government or state government, you will give a opportunity for getting the job. They will give preference for GATE candidates for job. So all the papers for the GATE 2021 exam will be for 3-hour duration, and it is consist of 65 questions for a total of 100 marks. So since the examination is online, the computer based test at the end of this stipulated time, that is 3 hours, the computer will be automatically closed and the screen inhibiting any further action. So automatically it is test set like that. You just start within 3 hours, you have to complete, and after 3 hours it will be shut down. So exam mode for GATE. So now online computer online exam. So number of questions 65, total marks 100, and question pattern multiple choice questions and NAT questions. Then negative marking will be there, like CSIR exam, negative marking for NAT, that is aptitude testing. There is no negative mark, and number of sections, 3 sections will be there: engineering mathematics, chemistry, general aptitude, then subject specification. So this subject specification you have to select based on your subject in PG. So this GATE exam, the general aptitude is a mandatory. The general aptitude section consists of 100 questions, out of which 5 questions carry 1 mark each, and the remaining 5 carry 2 marks each. Thus, you can reaching a total of 15 marks. So there is engineering mathematics will be there. It is also mandatory to denote a section of engineering mathematics for Excel papers. GATE examination includes chemistry in place of engineering mathematics. So some science students, they may not know about mathematics, then they can select chemistry instead of engineering maths. Then subject specification. So this section is denoted for questions related to specific branch of study. So based on your PG, you can select the subject. So the GATE question paper will be consist of 2 types of questions: multiple choice, another one is numerical answer type, NAT questions. All the questions will be displayed on computer screen randomly and not according to any specific pattern based on the priority. So in the case of multiple choice question type, the candidates are expected to select the correct answer, while for numerical answer type, the candidate is expected to give input in numerical answer with the help of the virtual keyboard. So this is to keep in mind that the keyboard to the computer will be disabled, and students can only input their answers by taking the computer mouse and choosing their letters from the virtual keyboard displayed on the screen. So you have to do all the calculations and give the answer only. The numerical answer you have to give. So there will be a scribbling pad they will provide. You can do some rough work and you have to give the answer. So the online virtual calculator also they will give you. So you need not bring your calculator. You can use the virtual calculator and do the calculations. So they get marking schemes for AE, AG, different subjects. Code will be here. So engineering mathematics will carry about 15% of total mark. General aptitude 15% of total mark. The remaining 70% of the total mark is devoted to subject paper. So subject will be a different type of subject code will be there. The Excel will be for science students, life science. So the general aptitude section will be carry out 15% of total mark. The remaining 85% total mark will be devoted to subject of the paper. So the Excel paper will be life science. So there will be a general aptitude and the chemistry. This is compulsory. All these are compulsory. And Excel, you can select the subject. So total 150 marks will be there. So they how they are taking the student, how they are test the ability of the students. Three based on this one: recall, comprehension, and application. How they are getting their knowledge. What is the fact, principles, formula? They have to recall and answer. Then comprehension question. It is to examine the basic understanding of the concept by the student. Then application. This part will test the students to understanding of various computational and logical reasoning by the students. How they are applying their knowledge in the particular problem. The next one is analysis and synthesis. So this question section is include a pictorial representation of data in the form of images and diagram. For a synthesis question, there can be requirement of conducting a comprehension study between two or more pieces of information provided. So this GATE examination, this score will be valid for up to 3 years. Within 3 years, you have to observed by any universities or any institutions for their higher studies. After 3 years, then you have to reappear for the new GATE. And what is the scope of GATE? So the students who are qualified GATE, they can go for PG in IITs or NITs or IAC. So the selection of the candidate in any institute is done on the basis of their GATE score. The candidates should also know which is the right institute and which is the right course and specialization for them. It depends on their idea. So they have to select. So this GATE exam gained much popularity after various public sector units signed a memorandum of understanding with the IIT for recruitment through GATE. So the GATE clearing students also help to get direct government sector job. So in governments, not only state government, central government institutes or any organizations, if you are having any permanent job, they will give preference to GATE students. So it is a GATE result. This is my student. Now she is doing PhD in Israel. This is another student of my MSc student. She is doing PhD in Pondicherry Central University. Okay, so these are all the after GATE or NET. What are all the possibilities are there? So apart from this NET, GATE, there are so many other PhD fellowships are there. So in this PhD fellowship, there are national fellowship as well as international fellowships are there. So let us see one by one. So Indian or national level PhD fellowships, the JRF program funded by DBT, Department of Biotechnology. So this scheme is aimed to select the applicants who wish to pursue their research in frontiers area of biotechnology and life science. So this fellowship will be given based on their entrance examination conducted by DBT. So that is called biotechnology eligibility test, BET. So this exam based on which the merit list will be prepared in two categories, category 1 and category 2. So for appearing the exam, the student should have PG degree in life science or technology or veterinary science, or equivalent degree and integrated BSMS, BTech, PE, or any discipline of PhD, biotechnology or computational biology. They can admitted under DBT. They can appear for this BET. So these are all the eligibilities. Minimum 60% mark for general and 50% mark research candidates. Age limit will be 28 and 5-year relaxation for research candidates. So those who are cleared this BET, two category 1. So the candidates selected under category 1 are eligible to avail fellowship under the program. This is attainable at any university institutes in India where they can do PhD. So the candidates selected under category 2 are eligible to appointed in any DBT sponsored project and avail fellowship from project equivalent to net gate fellowship. So subject to selection through institutional selection process, the selection in category 2 does not entitle the student for any fellowship from DBT JRF program. So this once in a year they are advertised in the home page. So rcb.res.in BIT 2020. This is last year advertisement. So like that, you just go through the DBT website. You can get information about the eligibility test for biotechnology. JRF. So already we have discussed about CSIR, JRF and UGC JRF. So those students, they have cleared in higher percentile mark, then they are selected for JRF. Then little bit less mark, they can go for lectureship. So all these things we have discussed earlier. And for JRF students, the stipend or fellowship of rupees 31,000 per month for first 2 years. After completing their first 2 years, then they have to submit their progress report. The revision, the review team will review your progress report, and then they have satisfied, they will extend another 1 year fellowship, and that fellowship is called senior research fellowship, SRF. Then the amount will be 35,000 per month for SRF, and HRA also they will give based on the city where you are reside. And annual contingency grant of about 20,000 per fellow will be provided, and extra amount, that is about 3,000 rupees, will be given for their PhD binding thesis preparation. They will give, and the maximum duration will be 5 years, 2 years JRF and another 3 years SRF. And again ICAR JRF will be there, and in for CSIR JRF there is no number limit. So those who are all secured higher mark, they will give. But in ICAR JRF, only 120 fellowships will be there for life science and 30 fellowship for social science students. So totally 150 fellowships will be there throughout India. So this award of JRF will be based on merit, the country-wise entrance examination. So the eligibility will be MSc Life Science, and equivalent degree with the minimum of 55% for general and 50% for reserved candidates. So again, age limit 28 degree and 28 years and 5 years for reserved candidates. And this awarded JRF depends on the candidates. They can find a placement in a medical college or hospital or university, national laboratory, and they can do their PhD. Again, the fellowship JRF 30,000, 31,000, SRF 35,000 per month, and HRA depends on the city, and annual contingency 20,000 per year, and duration will be 5 years. It is once in a year they are declaring, and they are announced this thing, and you can go through ICMR website and get the information. Another fellowship, that is Inspire Fellowship Program, TST Inspire. So it is also a prestigious award. So the Inspire Fellowship is a part of assured opportunity for research careers for bright students. So it is launched by DST, Government of India, focused on attracting the students to do doctoral degree in basic and applied science, including engineering, medicine, agriculture, veterinary, and pharmacy science. So every year, 1,000 fellowships they are giving, Inspire Fellowship. So what is the eligibility? The Inspire scholar who have secured minimum of 65% mark or CGPA equivalent in aggregate of OGPA. Some in different universities the mark grade will be vary. So generally it will be 65%. And the first rank holder in the university level examination in PG. So university rank holder, definitely they will get DST Inspire Fellowship. The first rank holders in graduate, postgraduate level examination in medicine conducted by the university or institution within India, they can eligible for this Inspire Fellowship. And some not eligibility also there. So this first rank holders, colleges in autonomous college or institutes, they are not considered. So those candidates who are in university, so university rank holders only, they can get fellowship, not for autonomous colleges. So age limit will be 22 to 27 years, and fellowship will be 31,000 for JRF first 2 years, then HRA and contingency. The remaining 3 years, 35,000 per month plus HRA plus contingency. The duration will be maximum 5 years. So within 5 years, they have to finish their PhD and submit their thesis. Then for women scientists, in TST, there are women scientist scheme will be there. So they are give opportunity for women. So the DST provide the opportunity for women scientists and technologists who, after having a break in career, so they wish to return to mainstream to do their research. So after completing their PhD, so 2-3 years break will be there, because after they completing their PhD, then they will married and settled in life like that. So there will be a break will be there. So that candidates, they are eligible to apply for the women scientist scheme. So these women scientists, this is the eligibility. So women scientists holding the postgraduate degree in basic science, graduates or postgraduate degree in professional course or PhD, but they have to have break in the career. So age limit 27 to 57. These are the monthly fellowship of 40,000 plus HRA, maximum total project cost 25 lakhs. And here, so how they are selecting this woman scientist, they have to give a proposal. This is a different way how to approach. So in DST, every year they are calling the woman scientist scheme, woman scientist A and woman scientist B. So there they have to fill all the things and they have to give a research proposal. So in this research proposal, there are some different criteria is there: introduction, and what is the national scenario, international scenario, what is the objective, what is the outcome. So like that, there are different phases are there. So they have to fulfill all the things and they have to give a clear vision about the project proposal. So this project proposal will be reviewed by the uh, the subject experts, and based on the input given by the expert, they will select the candidate and give the result. So that total project cost will be 25 lakhs, excluding HRA and overhead charge. And this is the eligibility. Monthly fellowship 31,000. Maximum total project cost 20 lakhs. This is for MBBS students, and this is for MPhil and MBSc or equivalent degree 40,000. And this financial support will be available for 3 years. So this is throughout the year they can apply. There is no deadline. So throughout the year they can apply through the DST website. Then next one is woman scientist B. So here this woman scientist B is another category. This is for only for PhD candidates. So after completing their PhD, they have to have some break. Then if you want to come into research, that students they can get this woman scientist B. And again the monthly fellowship 40,000, total project cost 25 lakhs. This is for MPhil and MBSc PhD. Then MBBS another PhD 31,000. This is also 3 years project. So another fellowship, Lady Tata Memorial Trust. So the junior research scholarship is offered to support the candidates towards pursuing a PhD involving the scientific inventions, investigation, and that will be directly or indirectly work towards the alleviation of human suffering from disease. So this is for medical students, especially the MBBS or MSc life science. So they can apply for this Lady Tata Memorial Fellowship, and the eligibility will be 60% mark, and the scholar should be Indian origin. So the fellowship will be 31,000 per month, and annual contingency also they are giving about 30,000, and HRA will be provided. So this fellowship will be for 5 years. So the application will open every year in the first week of December, and it will be closed I think in the last week of December. So I think this is the right time now. They can apply for this Lady Tata Trust JRF. They can get fellowship and do their PhD. So far we have seen the national fellowship. So another fellowships are coming. They are international fellowships for PhD students for doing PhD. So this TWAS NRF doctoral program, this TWAS NRF doctoral program is provided by DST, and it is collaborated with South Africa National Research Foundation and partnership with the World Academy of Science for developing countries. So this fellowship for PhD, these scientists belonging to developing countries, they can do PhD in natural science. They can do PhD in South Africa. So these candidates, the eligibility one is that candidate should be citizen of developing country, except South Africa. Other country candidates they can apply and get this. So the eligibility mark will be 65% in master's degree, So the candidate must register for PhD in South African Public University in the year when the fellowship begins. So immediately after getting the fellowship, he has to register in South Africa for PhD. And some non-eligible criteria also there. So that the students should be working in South Africa or any developed country. The age limit will be 32 years. And this TOAS NRF will provide partial cost of study funding, which only cover the tuition fees, accommodation cost with the travel and from to and fro South Africa. They will not give any other fellowship. The tuition fees you can claim, accommodation, other cost, then travel cost they will give. So the duration will be 3 years. So within the 3 years, you have to complete the PhD. The application will be open once a year. So this is the website twas.org/opportunity/TOAS NRF doctoral program. So once a year, this application, the portal will be open. You can apply and get the program. So another research grant for doctoral degree, DAD fellowship. So it is a German-based fellowship. So here it is like the DST dwarf fellowship, the previous one. So these students should have eligible of 65% of mark in a PG, and these students have get exam will be you prefer. Then the students have a bright knowledge, and only thing there are two, what is that, options are there. One is dual university option, that is a sandwich program. So this candidate can register for PhD in India, and part of their study he can do in Germany, in any government university or institute in Germany. He has to find out a mentor there, and the part of the work he has to do in Germany. So the support will be 1,200 euro. So the payment towards health, accident and personal liability and insurance also cover, travel allowance and other additional benefit also given. So the maximum duration will be 4 years, and the duration will be extended based on the selection committee and the applicant's work schedule. So it depends on the quality of work. Sometimes they may extend another 6 years, these are 6 months or 1 year. So the website is www.dad.ded. So another program by DAD, that is sandwich program, binational supervised doctoral degree. So this candidate should be select two guide. One guide will be in India and another one guide in Germany. So he has to do PhD in both the institutes, and they have to submit their thesis. So these are the eligibility. Again, they will get 1,200 euro. So this is for doing PhD. So after PhD, postdoctoral fellowship. So postdoctoral fellowship in national level and postdoctoral fellowship in international level. After doing PhD, there are so many opportunities are there in India and abroad. Here in India, DBT is giving opportunity to the students for doing their postdoctoral studies. And this DBT research, this fellowship will be associateship of DBT with IISc, Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore, aim to train the postdoctoral students in frontier areas of research in biotechnology and life science at premier institutes of India. So the eligibility, the applicant should have a PhD degree in science or engineering or MS or MD in the area of medicine with good academic record, having a research interest in biotechnology and life science. And age limit will be 40 years for men and 45 years in the case of women candidates. The stipend will be 47,000 to 54,000 per month. Research contingency grant of 50,000 per year. HRA, it depends on the city. The duration will be 2 years and it may be extended for another 1 or 2 years based on the progress. So the deadline invited 2 times per year during February and August. The advertisement will be there. So the PhD candidates, they can apply for this PDF. Another PDF, SERP. It is funded by DST. This is called DST SERP. This DST, like DBT, DST also supporting the PhD candidates for doing their research in India. So the applicant must be an Indian citizen and he should have PhD in life science or medicine. The age limit will be 35 degree and relaxation also there for 5 years for reserved candidates. The fellowship will be 55,000 per month and HRA will be admissible. And research grant of about 2 lakh per year and overhead charge maximum 1 lakh will be given to the post institute. So the fellowship will be for 2 years. So this SERP, DST SERP NPDF, National Postdoctoral Fellowship, will be notified in serponline.in. So DST SERP website, you can go and get the information. So another fellowship for postdoctoral degree, Dr. D.S. Kothari Postgraduate Fellowship for Biological Science. So this DSK PDF will be given to the students for biological science to do their research further after PhD. So some candidates do further research in their same field. They will give the opportunity. The age limit will be 35 years and reservation candidates also relaxation will be there. So 3 years for OBC, 5 years for SC, SG, and women candidates and physically handicapped students or candidates, 10 years relaxation will be there. So the applicant should have PhD in science faculty. So monthly stipend will be 47,000 to 49,000 and 54,000. So every year they will give the monthly fellowship of 47, the second year 49,000 per month, the third year 54,000 per month, and 1 lakh contingency amount will be there. And this Kothari PDF, there is no deadline. Throughout the year in UGC website, you can upload your information, and also you have to give a proposal. So based on the proposal, the merit of the proposal, they will give the chance to the students. Another fellowship, DBT, so yearly career fellowship by DBT and Welcome Trust India Alliance. So they are jointly giving the funding opportunity to the students of biomedical science from the fundamental molecular and cellular studies through clinical and public health research. So the candidates should have 1 to 4 years research experience after PhD, and the applicants, the final year PhD students also, they can apply with a good publication. So the total project budget will be 1.7 crore. The salary will be 10.3 lakhs per year. Contingency will be 2.5 lakhs. And they will also giving fund for travel, for attending any meeting or any conference. So the duration will be 5 years. So two times the application will be available during July and so sorry, one time the application will be open on July and it will be closed on August. So this is the website. You may please log on and get the information. And another fellowship, clinical and public health research fellowship in early career category, are open only to the applicants who are a clinician and public health researchers. So the eligibility is the student. This is for medical students. They will give the opportunity for do their PhD. Human resource development also giving opportunity to the uh, medical students for doing their research on health. So the area of research will be the clinical trial, toxicological study, GLP, good laboratory practice or good clinical practice, and quality control, quality assurance, genomics, proteomics, clinical psychology. So like that. So these are all the field they can do their research. Then some fellowship programs for young scientists. Again, a human research development scheme of the Department of Health Research focus on the creation of the cadre of trained medical health researchers in specific identified periodicity areas of health research, including the clinical trials, toxicology, and biotechnology. So apart from this scheme, the fellowship program for young scientists offer opportunity to young researchers to work in cutting edge areas of health research. They are only focusing on health related research. So eligibility, the student will be a doctoral BBS or MSMD. Age limit will be 35 years for category A and 30 years for category B. Stipend will be 70,000 to for medical students and 60,000 for non-medical applicant. So throughout the year you can submit the application. Then DST, Women Scientist Fellowship for PhD also there. Like for their doing PhD after MSc, they can do PhD through Women Scientist program. After PhD, they can do their post doctoral degree through the Women Scientist scheme of DST. Again, here category A and category B will be there. So some this for the women's having the break in their career, so they have to continue their research in the field of science. They will give the fellowship of about 50 to 55,000. Next PDF, that is Hargobind Corona Innovative Young Biotechnologist Award. So this award will be given by Department of Biotechnology. So it is attractive and career-oriented scheme to identify and nurture the outstanding young scientists, including postdoctoral fellows with innovative ideas and they can do research in frontiers area of biotechnology. The eligibility, the applicant should be a Indian citizen, and the applicant should have the secured first class in all the academic degree starting from graduate level. So they should have a PhD in life science or medicine with good record. Age limit will be 35 years, and 5 years relaxation for reserved candidates. So they will give up to 10 lakhs for equipment and computational and communication facilities, and fellowship of about 75,000 rupees per month. For non do not have any regular employment, and the candidate is having a regular employment, a cash award of 1 lakh per year, yearly a contingency amount they will give to promote their research in the field. Then Nehru Science Postdoctoral Research Fellowship will be supported by CSIR. So CSIR Nehru Science Postdoctoral Research Fellowship. So these researchers, they can do their PDF in CSIR laboratory. So about 100 fellowships will be available per year. So the eligibility, the candidate should be international, a person of Indian origin or overseas citizens of India also apply for this fellowship. And about 20% of the fellowship offered to foreign nationals, and the 80% will be Indian citizens who are in India. So the PhD degree holders within 3 years of award of the PhD degree, or those who have submitted PhD thesis are eligible to apply this award. The applicant with the research publications with the high impact factors of SCA journals, the age limit will be 32 years, and 5 years for reserved candidates, and 3 years for OBC. The fellowship will be 65,000 per month plus HRA also admissible. Contingency amount of 3 lakhs will be there. They can use for their domestic and international travel, including their expenses. So the duration will be 2 years, and deadline throughout the year you can apply for this award, and the selection and the result will be declared twice a year during June and December. So you can go through the CSIR homepage to get the information. Another CSIR research associateship fellowship is also there. So this research associateship, that students can do their research in not only in CSIR institutes, but any other universities or departments or national laboratories, they can do their research. So the candidates should have the PhD, and he should have the research good publication in high impact journal, and the age limit will be 35 years, and 5 years relaxation for reserved candidates, and the fellowship will be 47,000 for first year, 49,000 for second year, and 54,000 for third year. So the total duration will be 3 years. So the application will be invited once a year and closed during the month of July or August. Then you can log on CSIR website and get the information. Like CSIR associateship, ICMR also, they are giving opportunity to PhD candidates for doing their postdoctoral degree. Same kind of research fellowships they are giving, and DBT Biocare program is there. So this they will give opportunity to build the capacity for women scientists employed full-time in universities and small research laboratories or unemployed women scientists after a career break, so as to help them undertake the independent research and development projects. So this scheme is open for all areas of life science, including agriculture, veterinary science, and medicine. So eligibility will be MD or PhD. So women scientists who are employed or unemployed are desirous of coming back after a break. So like DST, this DBT also giving the opportunity to the women scientist. The fellowship of 50,000 to 60,000 they are giving. A contingency also there. Duration will be 3 years and it may be extended for another 2 years, depends on the progress. Again, women scientist scheme will be there first for post PhD. So this PDF candidates for the after the break, the career break, they can do a good research. So this DST, there are number of fellowships they are doing giving for doing after MSc, for during PhD and after PhD. They have to give preference to the women to uplift and to bring them in the research field. This is women scientist scheme B. Another program, Raman postdoctoral program given by Indian Institute of Science. It is also giving 50 positions every year. The candidate apply for a specific department or center at the they can do the postdoctoral degree in IAC. In IAC campus only they can do. There are number of departments will be there. The candidate to approach the department scientist and they can select as a mentor, and based on the review the candidate get the postdoc program. So their main eligibility is these candidates should have a PhD and the year 32 years, less than 32 years, and a good publication. So that is the criteria for selecting this fellowship in the Indian Institute of Science. And campus fellowship program, National Center for Biological Science NCBS and TA for jointly they are giving the fellowship. So the eligibility, the candidate should not have more than 4 years of postdoctoral research experience. So within 4 years they have to approach NCBS and they can do research in biological science. So the consultancy pay of about 90,000 they can get, and during this tenure the fellow also eligible to apply for external competitive awards also. They can apply for any foreign projects or PDF, they can go. So the duration will be 4 years and it can be extended for another 1 year for based on the performance. Next, postdoctoral fellowships international. So these are all the some international PDFs also available. So the Swiss Federal Institute of Technology, ETH, they are giving postdoctoral research fellowship in different so many countries they are giving PDF. Not only this one, some of the fellowships only I have addressed here. Apart from that, in so many European countries and US and in Korea, Japan, and South Africa, they are also giving a number of postdoctoral fellowships for science students, especially mathematical science, physical science, and chemical science, biological science. EMBO fellowship, it is a European Molecular Biology Laboratory, Heidelberg. They are giving a postdoctoral fellowship to the high class researchers, and they can go there and do their find out their mentor and do their research. And this European Molecular Biology postdoctoral fellowship, you have to first register as a you have to select what are all the members. EMBC member countries are there. So India is the EMBC member country. So for Indians, it is no problem. Anybody can approach EMBO and they can apply for this fellowship. If the candidate has a good record of research, then definitely they will get the fellowship. So fellowship amount is 2,500 euro per year, and they can give more allowance for travel and their health care. So the EMBO fellowship will be 2 years, and it may be extended for another 1 year. Depends on the uh, progress report, and it is invited throughout the year. You just go on www.embo.org. You can apply. And another fellowship, Human Frontier Science Program, research fellowship. So this support proposal for frontiers and potentially transformative research in life science. The project should be interdisciplinary in nature and should challenge existing paradigm by using novel approach and techniques. Scientifically, the project should be address an important problem or a barrier to progress in the field, and high risk projects are encouraged. HFSP these postdoctoral fellowship encourage early career scientists to broaden their research skill by moving into new areas of study while working in a new country. So long-term fellowship will be there, and cross-disciplinary fellowship also there, and not only in biological science. Apart from this, you can select any physics, chemistry, mathematics. You can jointly do research for the postdoctoral work. So eligibility, the candidate who are not a national from one of the HFSCO member country, they can apply to work only in the research institute in one of the member countries. And he should have a good record in during PhD, and research publication in high index journal is very much needed. And the fellowship will be for 3 years, and there is no possibility for renewal. So within these 3 years, you can find out, you can finish their fellowship. So another fellowship, Newton International Fellowship Program, it is jointly by DBT. So the fellowship will be given by Royal Society and the British Academy. So they are giving the Newton International Fellowship to support the early career international researchers from partner countries with the opportunity to build links and undertake a research project for an extended period with the leading researchers in the UK. So you have to find out researchers in this UK as a mentor, and you can join there and do this research. Again, a PhD is must, and you have to have good record of publication, and you can select the field and approach the mentor, and you get a good amount of fellowship. And here in DBT also, in India, DBT also giving monthly fellowship and consumables, and HRA travel grant also giving for 1 lakh, So the fellowship will be 3 years. So the fellow should be spent first 2 years in UK and another 1 year in India. So throughout the year, once in a year, the application will be open. So you can find out in dbtindia.gov.in. You get the fellowship. You can apply and get it. Humboldt Research Fellowship. So it is a Germany-based fellowship. You can do research in Germany again. A good record of PhD candidate can apply for this and get the fellowship. And the necessary language skill is needed. And the field natural science and engineering, a good knowledge of German or English is very much needed. And fellowship will be about 2,670 euro per month. And this compulsory research fellowship will be 24 months, maximum 2 years, 6 months to 24 months they are giving the fellowship. It's a short-term fellowship. And it is throughout the year, the applications are invited. You can go through the Humboldt Foundation.de and apply. Marie Curie Fellowship, again it's a European fellowship. So the candidate can restart their research career after a break, such as a parental leave. These options are there. So it will give a good opportunity for the students. They can do in a high top class laboratory and cutting edge research they can do in Europe. So the eligibility, the experienced researchers from across the world, throughout the world, any candidate can apply. So at least 4 years research experience, including PhD, it is needed. So this fellowship will be for 2 years maximum. So the application will be open once a year. So postdoctoral intramural research training award. This National Institute of Health. It is a US-based fellowship in USA. National Institute of Health. They are giving opportunity to the PhD candidates. They can do postdoctoral degree in USA and get a good fellowship and get contact with the top class laboratory and do research in mathematics, engineering, chemistry, and bioinformatics. So the benefit, the health insurance and other family care and courses related training, research, and travel allowance also they are giving in this fellowship. So the applications will be accepted throughout the year, and www.training.nih.go is the website. Then another EMBO fellowship, it's a short-term EMBO visiting fellowship, a funding scheme for collaborative visit. So some visiting fellowships also there, not only the short-term program or 3 years full-time PDM, the visiting fellowships also available. EMBO, there is a EMBL, European Molecular Biology Laboratory. They are giving a short-term fellowship or as a visiting fellowship. So this 3 months duration, they can visit the laboratory and do their research for about 3 months, and they are giving fellowship also. The eligibility will be a PhD, and they can exchange their idea between the laboratories in EMPC member states and associate member state or cooperation partners. So So the EMBO short-term fellowship are not awarded for exchange between two laboratories within the same country. So only one laboratory in India and one laboratory in Europe. They can select and go there for about 3 months and do their research. So throughout the year, the applications are accepted. The website will be embo.org. Raman Fellowship is there. It is Indo-France collaboration. So the students between India and France, they can exchange the students and get the knowledge and for doing their research. So the eligibility applications from India must be an Indian citizen residing in India and have registered for a PhD in a recognized university. And the age limit will be 30 years. They are also giving their travel fellowship and attending conference, seminar and workshop. And Indo-US fellowship for women, jointly announced by DST and Indo-US Science Technology Forum for women. So they are giving again preference to the women scientists in the field of science, technology, engineering, mathematics and medicine by providing the opportunity to get exposure and access to the world-class research facilities in USA. So they are doing PhD in basic science and engineering. Age limit will be 21 to 35 years. So the monthly stipend will be $2,500, airfare maximum $2,500, health insurance and contingency also they are giving. So the maximum of the fellowship will be 3 to 6 months. So the candidate can go and utilize this fellowship. Another woman overseas fellowship program. It is also jointly by DST and India and USA. So the candidate pursuing PhD. So during PhD only this fellowship can be used by the candidate, maximum 3 months, and the age limit will be 27 to 45 years. Monthly stipend also giving, airfare, contingency. Again the fellowship will be 3 to 6 months. And Whitney Foundation, they are also giving a research fellowship for women scientists, not only women, they are giving both well-trained, dedicated medical scientists also eligible for getting this fellowship. Newton Baba Fund for PhD Placement Program. So the Newton Baba Fund is supported by the UK and Indian government and was launched to promote a long-term sustainable science and innovation partnership between the two countries, UK and India. So the students can do their study. They can spend in both the countries and do their research. So the eligibility, the Inspire PhD candidates are also eligible for this program. Fulbright Fellowship. So these Fulbright Nehru Postdoctoral Research Fellowships are designated for PhD students to conduct research. The destination is a short-term fellowship. Is maximum 3 to 6 months, and they will give idea and they can exchange their knowledge in US laboratory and get a good research. And the application will be invited once a year, and the maximum fellowship will be 6 to 9 months. Fulbright. Avsar Award is augmenting writing skill for articulating research. So it is another award for writing manuscript in science and technology field, and so they can write at least one popular science article during the tendency of their fellowship and to participate in the national competition. The eligibility will be Indian citizen. They can do PhD. They have to pursue PhD or PDF in any science and technology stream. So the candidate should be a PhD student. So the applicant with the published paper of their research work will be given preference. There is no revised or review paper will not be accepted. So it should be indicate a complete research story in a simple language to be understood by a general public. No complex figures should not be there. Graphs, equations, and formula except self-explanatory infographs only there. So it is for writing. It is to improve the writing skill to the PhD scholars for the Avsar Award. A cash award of 10,000 rupees and a certificate of appreciation will be given to the students. Research Management Fellowship. So this is a combined mentored fellowship and institutional strengthening the program for research institution seeking to establish or expand their research office activities to help embed professional research management support within these institutions. So this host institute must have the support research that falls within the India Alliance remit, which is to support biomedical research that is relevant to human and animal welfare, and be able to receive and administer India Alliance funding, be registered with the Indian Research Management Initiative, and should be nominated. The individuals also can apply to get the fellowship. The 6 lakhs rupees per annum will be given as a salary for a research management fellow, and 1 lakh funding towards the training budget for the research management fellow over the duration of the award. So the award will be 6 months period, and the research management fellowship, full-time fellowship for 3 years. And Science and Technology Innovation Policy Program, a fellowship program provided opportunity for scientists, technologists, engineers, and social scientists to develop skill and contribute the science and technology policy, innovation policy making process at various stages in government, academia, and industry. So during this policy decision on drafting any policy related to innovation and technology, the government is offering this fellowship to a PhD student or a post PhD student. So during this policy draft, they can help to the government for streamline the policies. So there are number of links are there for science students during their UG, during their PG, and doing their PhD. After doing PhD, there are so many scopes are there, not only in within state, in India, and in foreign countries for their PhD, and after doing PhD, they can get a postdoctoral fellowship, and so many short-term courses, visiting fellowships are available, and So these are all the some useful links are there for fundamentals of writing executive grant proposal, how to write a proposal. So link is there, and secret to writing a winning grant article by Nature is another website is given here. Then compilation of travel grant, how to get a travel grant to go foreign countries for short-term visit. And India Bioscience website, they are giving so many information to get grants and higher studies. And the National Center for Biological Science funding database is there. You can go through these databases or websites. Definitely you can get more idea than I have given some information only. So using this information what I have given, so you have to get some idea, and please go through these websites, and uh, uh, I request you to get more opportunity and uh, do their research in a good manner. Okay, all the best. So thank you, one and all, and I wish to thank again the authorities of Majra College and the principal sir, and the training and placement cell coordinators for giving a wonderful opportunity to share my ideas and views. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Good afternoon, all. As all, Good afternoon, all. As all good things come to an end in life, so is our webinar. On behalf of the Majora College, I take this opportunity to propose the vote of thanks to those who directly and indirectly contributed to this webinar. On the outset, I thank our chief guest, Dr. M. Thangaraj, for enlightening us with his knowledge. Like a detailed account on PG courses, NET, SET, even GATE, PhD fellowships, postdoctor fellowship, both in national and international. Also, the subject involved eligibility, paper pattern, scope, which gave us a deep insights. I am pretty sure that the precious knowledge that Dr. M. Thangaraj gave us will definitely help us in our studies and futures. Once again, I like to thank our chief guest for taking out time from his busy schedule and enlightening us with the knowledge. I would like to thank our principal for his enthusiastic support. I must not forget to thank the organizing team, volunteers for working hard for late few days to make the webinar successful. I like to thank the student for their gracious presence. Thank you everyone. Thank you, sir.